Let's go!
It was a rough evening.
Chiefs Kingdom, are you kidding me? I have a hot take that I want to just go on ahead and share. Patrick Mahomes should be in the real MVP conversation. I know everyone wants to talk about Josh Allen and the repeat, but man. So you start off with that quick little out to Travis Kelce. You're down 7-0, and you have a little pump fake trying to get something going deep. And Patrick Mahomes, as he's done for so long now, just drops back and finds his check down in the flat. And that is Brashard Smith, the rookie out of SMU. And look at this. He makes a guy miss and is able to get the sideline to pick up some good yards after the catch. Look at the juice. 3rd and 6, you get a little unlucky here that this inbreaker to Smith-Schuster was deflected at the line of scrimmage. And Juju's going up against Nate Wiggins. This would have been an interesting way to look at if this would have been completed without the deflection. And I think so. I mean, look at all that separation. We have been waiting for the vertical shots to come back to the offense. And you need a guy like Xavier Worthy to pull that off. So he's going up against the person who likes to put a towel on his head for his post-game podcast, Mr. Marlon Humphrey. Ooh, girl, you look so fabulous with your hair like that. Mahomes says, take this down the sideline, baby. Look at this throw. It's a thing of beauty right in stride. Boom! 2nd and 10, and I am fully convinced that the Ravens will never stop Travis Kelce. It's impossible for them to. The last time, of course, Kelce went for one of the best playoff games you'll ever see from anybody, and now he breaks the tackle once again of Marlon Humphrey. Travis Kelce was ridiculously good in this game. And once again, the greatest play call sequencer maybe ever is Andy Reid. All right, you show the quick screen to Kelce again. You get a little lucky that on this play, the play side blitzer is indeed blitzing, but it is kind of cut off. You could see that the safety is aligned more so directly over the receiver. So if that's the case, you're probably thinking that this could be a blitz pre-snap. So Mahomes pulls it. You have the fake here to Kelce into the flat, and he throws it right into stride here with Marquise Hollywood Brown. And, of course, Hollywood doesn't have the speed that he used to, but he still has a lot of juice. This should be a concern if you're Kansas City. A lot of what Kansas City did was bad Ravens defense. You never want to just let elite quarterbacks like Mahomes play pitch and catch in the flats like this. And that's exactly what this is. Look, this is a red zone where everything compresses. Nothing should ever really be this open. And, well, you get a first down. I come from a college background, and nobody is stopping any different type of handoff to a receiver, where it's a jet sweep motion, an orbit, reverse handoff, whatever. No one's stopping it, because if we're getting a wide receiver who runs with this level of speed a head start, look at this. This Ravens defense is very crammed in. You can see the college safety here, Malachi Starks. He's a rookie, gets caught up in the mush, and look where his eyes are. He doesn't know what he's looking at. Okay, things are just moving too fast right now for the rookie, and that's an easy peel back block for 66. And now all you need to do is just let Xavier Worthy do what he does best, which is just run. Okay, now give Roquan Smith a lot of credit for chasing this down, but let's talk about man coverage. Okay, man coverage, one would like to think that man coverage is you guard your man, and that is your man at all times. And there is that in the NFL, and that is called MEG, which stands for man everywhere he goes. But there's different types of man coverages where you get out of MEG because of certain angles. So pre-snap, if this were to end up being a pass, Roquan Smith's man is the running back, and Marlon Humphrey's man is Travis Kelce. So what does Andy Reid do? Well, he has a play-action fake where with the Chiefs you always have to worry about throwing back to the running back here, even if this is a misdirection here. So take a look at this. If you were to look at it from the Ravens standpoint, if Travis Kelce were to go out here, you would want Roquan to pick him up and Marlon Humphrey to pick the running back up. But that's not what happens. Watch what happens. These two cross. Roquan Smith runs with the running back, and Marlon Humphrey has to get through all this traffic right here. So Noah Gray, his job right here is to just run through this guy and create as much traffic as he possibly can. And there's no way Marlon Humphrey's going to be able to run down Travis Kelce running through all that traffic. So it's bad defense, okay? And Travis Kelce in this spot is going to win that matchup a good chunk of the time. So it's good offense and bad defense. Now, when you get down here, Andy Reid has done an amazing job just scheming so many wide open things for Patrick Mahomes. But today, excuse me, and then we get to here, this is just such elite quarterback play from Mahomes. And Mahomes has been the beneficiary of a lot of wide open touchdowns drawn up by Andy Reid. But this is all Mahomes, man. Look at when he's ripping this. And look, you can easily come over and pick this off, but if you throw with the anticipation and you trust your arm strength, boom, you're quick enough to get that in to Juju Smith-Schuster to where he's not even knocked down to the ground. Okay, this is how bad of a season the Ravens are having. They're two veterans, two Pro Bowlers. That's the status of the current Ravens defense. And oh my goodness gracious, it is time for some Patrick Mahomes magic. We don't see it as much as we used to, but this is magisterial, as the great Roy Hudson once said. And congrats on retirement, Roy. So, Ravens bring a blitz. It's picked up. You can see that they crowded this line of scrimmage pre-snap. And now Mahomes has to make a play. And you could see all the receivers. Well, you can't see. We'll pull up the all 22 if we need to here. Everything's covered. So Mahomes doesn't like any of it. And also Mahomes knows if it's man coverage and I roll out, I can make something happen. Look at that. Just a little flip to Kareem Hunt. Ridiculous stuff from Patrick freaking. I just burped because I ate a bunch of bacon. Mahomes. It's kind of crazy that the Ravens just could not adjust to these simple throws being run into the flats. The thing that really interests me about this Ravens defense is how bad their eyes are. It looks as if they had never seen a play action fake before in their life. You saw it with 24 a minute ago. Take a look at 38 right here. He is what looks to be the contained defender. And you can see right here, there's nothing being run to the right side. There's no running back being run to the right side. Mahomes isn't going to the right side. But he's just assuming that because it's all zone blocking to the right, that the play is going to the right. All right? Instead, it's going to the left. So 38 sees Mahomes is right here, but he's still looking. So the only way this would make sense, we'll pick it up from this angle, is if 38's man on this play is Travis Kelce. And that would also make sense if you pair it with what we just broke down with Humphrey and Smith. All right? So he's keeping his eyes on Travis Kelce because that's his man as far as a man coverage assignment. Otherwise, you're right here to screen down or to run with Pacheco, but he does neither. Okay? So it's honestly middle school defense level bad right now for the Ravens. I really do mean it. NFL offenses just do not score like they score unless they're playing the Ravens. Woo! Patrick Mahomes. He is so freaking good at reading what a safety's going to do. So this safety to the hash goes straight center field. And once you see that, we want to allow as much time in this man coverage assignment at the top to cook. You have Xavier Worthy versus, I think, a Doozy is his last name. And with that much time, he's going to win that matchup all the time, putting a dude on his rear end like that. I mean, it's just sautéed fried, cooked in so many different ways. I mean, it's ridiculous wide receiver play. And obviously, with Mahomes, dude, if you're going to give him split field like this with a slot receiver who is quick, he is going to attack this portion of the field with impunity, right? This is a really good route by Thornton. And God, look at what Mahomes is actually throwing this, okay? You could argue that this is a Tampa assignment. It could be. So this backer probably could have carried with Thornton over the middle. Kyle Hamilton obviously is late to get over, and this is just a really, really, really good throw right here from Patrick Mahomes. And, well, he's just going to cook you, okay? This offensive line for the Ravens was just really good. I say for the Ravens. For the Chiefs was just really good in this game, as was our guy Juju Smith-Schuster. Makes a really, really, really good catch, breaks the tackle of a defensive end, and there you go. And then just straight up RPO action, all right? Let's just play pitch and catch. If this box is heavy, Mahomes just needs to see that this linebacker is flat-footed for a second, and he just trusts his arm to get that football into Juju Smith-Schuster. And the quicker you get it to him, the better chance he has of making a tackle and falling forward. Yeah, I think Patrick Mahomes really deserves some MVP love. He hasn't had Worthy recently, and he doesn't have Rice. And all he's done up to this point this season is not play a bad game. You can argue that Allen his peak is just a little bit higher, but right now I would say it's either him, Mahomes, or Dak Prescott. So on this 3rd and 5, you pick it up here. But or actually you're short here. I want to talk about, though, Andy Reid and how smart he is as a play caller. So it's 4th and short, and you're up by 17, and he elects to go for it. And this is not just 4th and 1. This is 4th and a long one that he's going for here. Okay, so Lane Kiffin in the collegiate level is really good at this as well. Okay, everything I'm about to break down here is a macro versus micro type of discussion, and the really good play callers are so good at taking shots on 4th and short. It's just that simple. This is the perfect time to actually get vertical, okay? So, on 4th and short, let's just say you were to hand this football off and barely pick up the 4th down. Well, you get a fresh set of downs, but you still have to convert in the red zone, where it's very difficult to get a touchdown anyway. So, on 4th and short, one of the smartest things you can do is try to get vertical, okay? And on this play, I don't know exactly what the play call actually is. It looks as if, and if I were the Ravens defense, I would be ready for this. With Xavier Worthy at running back, the chances of you actually handing the football off to him is very small. So you fake this handoff. The Chiefs have done a lot of 4th and short handoffs and 3rd and short handoffs to the fullback here. You roll out to the right side, and they're ready for it, okay? But the design of this has one final level to it. Hollywood Brown running a deep over. So what Andy Reid knew on this play call was that Xavier Worthy in the flat was going to draw everybody to the flat, right? But what he elects to do is have a deep element attached to it, okay, which is Xavier Worthy. He knows if these safeties are crashing down to guard this flat route, he knows he'll have one-on-one on a deep over to the opposite side, and it's an easy touchdown. It's so worth it on 4th and short to take a shot or do it on 3rd and short. But honestly, Andy Reid's a genius. So you guys let me know and what you think of this film study, and we'll talk to you soon. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! Tonight we're doing bacon. Let's go.